welcome back. Um, I'm gonna be going over how we as humans can upgrade our consciousness, specifically males. Um, but if you're female, it's also something you can benefit from this video. And I used to be very disconnected from myself and was doing a lot of things that did not align with my true path. And a little bit on looking back on how I branched off of that path was really my belief that I had a greater purpose, a better way to spend my time, my energy. And here's a couple of things that helped me upgrade my consciousness. So first off was no porn. If you're a male, you may struggle with this. And I mean, it's alright, everyone. I'm sure everyone's been through a phase of it. But I'd say probably like 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, it was probably like 4 or 5 years ago. It was a pretty bad habit of mine. But branching off from that was honestly just the start of my disciplinary on becoming a better person, a more balanced person. And for a male, I encourage you to start that journey if it's something that you've thought about, because our semen is our life force. It can give another life, and it is in sync with the moon cycles. The cerebral fluid actually starts down here and then can rise up your spine and induce or rise your levels of awareness, of consciousness. Along with that, you get a better discipline for not being so uptight with hits of dopamine. And I guess the word would be gratification for small things. You begin building a more balanced and stable way of living. So another habit of mine would be to say, follow God. And I know there's a lot of controversial things about what God is, who is God, why should I believe in God? Well, I'm not saying you have to do anything, but the way I see it is, if I'm a God, how do I treat people? If there is a God in this world, how does he act? And just think for a second, and then that's kind of how I've evolved. I sometimes think about that and take the mannerisms that I've thought about that would implement me into a better person that a God would use. So, third thing would be no drama. We don't got time for any drama. We gotta stay in alignment with peace and our lives and helping other lives, or whatever your purpose may be. We don't have time for drama. When we talk about drama, we are manifesting more of it into our reality. Because when we become, when we become something, what our thoughts are about, we become that. And I would consider drama one of the 7 deadly sins, because drama is like a mix of like gossip, could be jealousy, just one of the 7 deadly sins if you look that up. Everyone's not perfect. including myself, but I just like to make these videos to kind of look back on, teach myself, teach others, and so you don't gotta be like super hard on yourself if you are on a journey. There's always, you can always learn. And one more thing before I end off the video would be thinking before you speak. There's way too many times in my past where I have acted out of emotions rather than coming in one with myself, thinking and then responding rather than impulsing to the response. And that's really a big one in my journey is learning communication. I mean, a lot of stuff is about me learning stuff because everyone around me has not ever been taught any of this or has gained the knowledge to teach themselves, I feel like, possibly. But yeah. If you want to upgrade your consciousness, it's not easy, but it also is easy at the same time. You just have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and go into that wormhole of awareness, of no turning back. I believe that we are much more powerful beings than we are told. And I think through following our intuition towards a better, higher version of ourselves gives us a more flowing and meaningful life, also a more long life. Because through just those 4 things that I talked about briefly, I feel like I've maybe gained a couple years. I'm not even kidding, because when you release your life force into nothingness, you're just manifesting the same cycle over and over. Because love is a very powerful emotion, and that's how you manifest things, through high emotion. So if you're yanking off to some naked women online, then your energy is going to be in sync with that. Therefore, you're manifesting that all over again and chasing that same loop. And that is giving your energy away. So saving that energy, transmuting that energy, transmuting your lower impulses into a more sync with God's thoughts and actions. What would a God do? No drama. God's not going to be out here having drama. They're going to be locked into whatever their mission is. And think before you speak. If you want to communicate clearly in this life, think before you speak, or else you could be turned into a fool. Make yourself look like a fool when it's just other people's messing with your feelings. Also, something to go with that is don't take anything personal. Relating to thinking before speaking wise is because everyone's going through their own stuff. Nothing's personal. They're just projecting what's personal to them onto you. So always think before speaking, because you don't want to be projecting yourself out there. So that'll be it for this video, and hope you guys enjoyed. I actually got 2 more subscribers, so I'm up to 15 subscribers. Grateful for that. Grateful for anyone who views the channel, and hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.